Welcome to a new video, and this will be a long-term experience report on the Huawei Watch Fit 5 Pro. I've been using it over a month now. I had a whole month traveling in my vacation. I was in Asia, I was in China, Shanghai, Disneyland, and I also was in Penang, Georgetown, Malaysia, which was quite interesting. Using this watch here, tracking my walks and runs with it, as well as many more things that I noticed. If you're interested in a long-term experience report about the Watch Fit 5 Pro, besides the usual reviews, just like I did also one usual review after using it for 2.5 weeks, I think it was, then stay tuned and let's get started. First of all, let's take a closer look at the watch and how it was holding up through all this month of abuse and usage. No issues at all with this. You can see that the display is scratch-free. We have this kind of sapphire display here, so no issues there at all. And also the housing itself, even though I bumped a few times into a door or something else, no issues there at all, especially on the flight, like bumping into the door of the toilet. It's like a usual thing that I did, and yeah, you see no scratches, nothing at all. Also the rubber band here that comes by default holds up pretty nicely, no wear and tear here yet, no issues there also, which is also interesting to see at my skin. I was like wearing it almost the whole time there and not taking it off just for showering, and yeah, it is looking fine, so no issues, no allergic reaction, at least on my skin, when it comes to the Watch Fit 5 Pro. Looking at the operating system, it is still as smooth and fluid as it was before. In terms of updates, I think I got one update with it when I was traveling there in May. Otherwise, you can see I can check for updates, and we don't have any big updates coming here. The cool thing with the watch is you have the Curve app functionality here. You can use NFC for payments, and this worked also in Malaysia, at least if you have the NFC payment terminals. Like they have lots of touch and go QR code terminals, but if you have like the possibility to pay with NFC payments, this one here was working fine. So taking this out of the way when it comes to this. Another thing we have to talk about on this watch is the battery life, because it's quite good, and that surprised me really, because yeah, in my review I was talking about 14 days battery life, which is actually not true. I think Huawei is advertising it as 10 days battery life, but I got 11 days battery life. Granted, I was flying to Shanghai back then, so this one day I was basically staying in the airplane, and no other things like going around, no big notifications coming in, because I didn't have the internet, or didn't bought the internet there. So yeah, 11 days of battery life I definitely got there, which is quite good for this. And if you don't use it too often, like I was like using tracking, maybe my walks when I was in Georgetown, my walks every second day, not every day. Usually it was walks, sometimes runs, but it's just too hot to run there really. You have to wait until the evening to do so. But my walks and my other exercises that I was doing there, usually every second day, maybe every third day, and then you can get the battery lives up to 10 days for sure, which was very, very helpful. Otherwise, if you use it like every day for training and so on, then it might deplete a little bit faster, especially when you're using the GPS quite often. This is what I noticed, then it will deplete a little bit faster. But for every day-to-day usage, also with the notifications coming in, battery life is just fantastic, with definitely over 7 days that you can get out of it. So here you can see some of the records that I did in May, where I used this one here, and this one was actually this was in China. Then you can see we have the map data, you can see where we're running. I think this was like going from our hotel to one of the malls there, 0.68 kilometers. So it's very nice to see that, also like where you went and how long you went, like 1 kilometer here, another kilometer here. So I was not like tracking most of it. It's just like sometimes I was getting annoyed. It was asking me, do you want to track it now? Because I noticed that you're walking, but I was like, okay, sometimes track it. One thing that I find very interesting is the dynamic tracking. So if I click on dynamic tracking, you will see it has a nice animation there. And there you can just figure out how fast your walk speed was there, where you were holding, where you were stopping for a minute or something, and how you walked and how fast you were walking. Here we're stopping a little bit more, then walking a little bit more, and yeah, apparently walking in circles there until we reached the shopping center there, the mall, which is quite cool. So very nice to have this kind of animation. It's also a little bit of like, yeah, a tracking of your holiday as well, which was quite interesting. So yeah, I like this very much, and I'm still using it. And whenever it asks me to track like my walks, I will do this. And of course, you can track not only walks but also runs and every other thing that you do in terms of sports. But all over the place, I really like this application. It got, I think, one update here, and yeah, this weight is not accurate anymore. I lost 2 kilograms, so under 80 now when I was in Asia, which is always a good thing. And yeah, otherwise heart rate and sleep cycles, it's always capturing up. And here, this is my sleep cycle for today. And it's under 80 points now, but if you see the whole week, I think I had like longer sleeps there, and the average is like 84, which is, I think, a good value for sleeps. I would love to tell you and show you this watch here outdoors, but it's raining cats and dogs right now. Yeah, we're back in Germany. But I had to use it on full brightness when I was at the 30 degrees hot summer sun in Shanghai, or in Malaysia, in Penang, in Georgetown. Then of course the display brightness was always very good, so never had an issue with readability. I'm using this watch face here. It's not default watch face, but it's a very good watch face. I like the colors here. I like it's big enough because I'm getting old and I need a little bit of bigger letters there so that I can read everything here without any issues. All the rings here, a little bit of liquidy glass going on. I really like it. The whole operating system is very fluid, and all the stuff that I did with this watch, most of the stuff most of the time I was like checking in the morning, how hot will it be, when will it shower, and when will it cool down, when is the sunset coming, and when we can go out there playing a little bit outside, because otherwise at 30 degrees hot summer, no shadows, it's a bit of a harsh day then. But otherwise, yeah, this watch is really, really good with this kind of situations. Even for a vacation, I have to say I'm very pleased. To summarize my experience with the Huawei Watch Fit 5 Pro, I can be completely honest and tell you this gets my full recommendation, just like in the review. My long-term review now really showed that this one is very accurate with the sleep cycles, very accurate also with the GPS and what we did there in Malaysia or in Shanghai, walking around there and having fun. So it is a very good watch for this. The display brightness holds up also in the bright summer sun. The battery life with 10 days, up to 10 days that you can get. Sometimes I got even 11 days, which is very nice. So definitely more than 7 days that I got out of this in average here, which is super, super interesting and super cool as a smartwatch with all the features. I like the NFC payment features that are available right now. Just keep in mind, I was also shortly thinking about coupling it with my Huawei devices, the Chinese Huawei devices, which is possible for sure, but then you lose the NFC payment functionality with the Curve app, because Curve is not used in China. But you can then, I think, use Alipay for paying. I have to check this out next time when I'm around in Asia to do so. I didn't have the time to do so when I was back then, especially when I was in China. But what was working was NFC payments for sure, also on the terminal. Just hold it there, and if you have a device that supports Curve Pay as well, then this has no issues with it. So 2 thumbs up for the Huawei Watch Fit 5 Pro. Definitely gets my full recommendations, and I didn't notice any flaw with the smartwatch. No breaking, no hiccup, no GPS issues, no restarting randomly. Even though it was very hot, not overheating, no stutters. I'm super happy with it. It's doing exactly what it has to do. Show me the time, show me the weather, show me my data, my health data. and being able to use it for payment. So 2 thumbs up for the Huawei Watch Fit 5 Pro. If you're interested in this one, a link you find down below. That's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Until the next time. Bye. By the way, if you have some questions, put them down below as well. I will gladly answer them for the Huawei Watch Fit 5 Pro.